Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick. This is Edmonton Oilers Trade Proposals Volume 7, a series looking at different trades the Oilers could pursue to improve the roster. Let's get started with Volume 7. We know the Oilers are extremely tight with cap space heading into the trade deadline, and right-shot defensemen are an area of need for the Oilers. So with this edition of Trade Proposals, I decided to take a look at 3 right-shot targets that are cheap, who I think could have an impact, and would require only a draft pick going back, or could be traded for a player with a similar cap hit and contract length. I also based my selections on teams we know the Oilers have been scouting recently. The teams I selected are Buffalo, Montreal, and Seattle. I've offered the same return from the Oilers for all 3 trades, as I find them all to be in the same value range. Let's get started with trade number 1. To the Edmonton Oilers, right-shot defenseman Mark Pysyk with a $900,000 cap hit. Pesce will be a UFA at season's end. Pesce currently has 2 goals, 9 assists for 11 points, and is a -3 in 54 games played. To the Buffalo Sabres in the deal, Tyler Benson. Benson is an RFA at season's end, currently carrying a $750,000 cap hit. Benson has 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points, and is -5 in 27 games played. Instead of Tyler Benson, the Oilers could also offer a 2022 or 2023 fifth-round draft pick. I think this trade works for both sides by giving Buffalo a young prospect in Benson that they have team control over, as he'll be an RFA. If Buffalo only wants a draft pick back, the Oilers could give them their 2022 or 2023 fifth-round pick. The Oilers need help on the right side, and Pesce could provide valuable depth at an affordable price. If the Oilers don't like what they see, Pesce can walk as a free agent. Pesce's acquisition would create a logjam on the right side, but the Oilers could carry him as a 7th D-man, or possibly look to move out Tyson Barrie and run with Bouchard, Ceci, and Pesce. Trade number 2. To the Edmonton Oilers, right-shot defenseman Chris Weidman with a $750,000 cap hit. Weidman will be a UFA at season's end. Weidman has 2 goals and 9 assists for 11 points and is a -17 in 41 games played. To the Montreal Canadiens, the same return as Pesce, Tyler Benson, or a 5th-round pick. Similar to the Pesce trade, this gives the Hab a potential prospect in Benson for a depth defenseman or an expiring contract. This would be Chris Weidman's second go-around with Edmonton. Peter Chiarelli also acquired him during his tenure. Wideman definitely isn't a difference maker, but he's right-side depth that the Oilers are short on. At $750K, he doesn't hurt you, and like I said, he's a UFA at the end of the year. Trade number 3. To the Edmonton Oilers, right-shot defenseman William Borgen with a $900,000 cap hit for the next 2 years. He will be an RFA when the contract expires. Borgen has 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points and is a -6 in 16 games played. To the Seattle Kraken, once again, Tyler Benson, or a 5th-round pick. Borgen would be more of a commitment at 2 years, so this one is probably less likely unless Holland sees him as part of the Oilers' future. Speaking of the future, the Kraken might see Borgen as a future piece with them, and he might not even be available at the deadline. With all these targets, I tried to find cheap, low-cost solutions for the Oilers on the right side. None of them will push the needle, but they will provide depth. If Ken Holland can find a way to move out a bigger contract, you could obviously find targets that are much more appealing. Well, those are some cheap targets that I thought the Oilers could pursue. Do you guys have different ideas? What do you think of my choices? Let me know in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Have a great evening, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.